स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपां साग्रजादां सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं स्थापितं येन भूतले सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्त्यावतारं भक्त्याख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् आराध्यो भगवान् ब्रजेश तन्धाम वृन्दावनं रम्या काचिद्विपाशन व्रजवदो वर्गेण वा कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमां पुमर्तो महान् श्रीचैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मधुमितं तत्रादना परः. Hare Krishna, welcome all of you, and happy that so many devotees taken out their time and joined. And as we planned, we will by 5:45 today. We are visiting the second out of 9 islands. Today we are visiting the second one, which is called SimantaDvip. First we visited the center part one, the yellow one, Antardvip, which represent Atma Nivedanam. It is like 8 lotus petals. In the center, you have this wonderful, what is the center part of the lotus, that is called. So there are many places we have visited, including the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shiva Sangan, which is none other than the Rasasthali of the Lord. Then we went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mat, Chandrasekhar Acharya Bhavan. We went to a lot of ghats, the Ghat, Madai Ghat, Barkona Ghat, then Gaur Mahaprabhu Ghat. Like that, we went to many ghats. We have seen that, and yes, today I'll be taking to the Simantadeep. The Simantadeep, the name represent this. This all this island represent 9 process of devotion service. So Simantadeep is Shravanam. Shravanam means hearing attentively. So anyhow, so you all going to it's wonderful narration pastimes of the Lord. Why this name Simantadeep? Before that, I will tell you the itinerary today. What are the places we will be visiting? There is a place called Chand Kasi Samadhi. Last time I told you previously I could not able to complete, but this comes as part of SimantaDvip. This Chand Kasi Samadhi is nothing other than he is a Kamsa himself in Krishna Leela. In Krishna Leela, he was the same Kamsa. He appeared here in Gauranga Mahaprabhu Leela as Chand Kasi. We will see his pastime, and his Samadhi is there. And this place is none other than Mathura, because Kamsa is to stay in Mathura. If you visit this place, as good as visiting a Mathura. So if you just come to Navadvip, it's as good as visiting all the holy places. And if you go to Vrindavan, it's as good as visiting all the holy places. So the second place where we will be going today is the Puri. The most of you, Orissa state, the Puri is there. But the same original Puri representation of the Lord, it is there in Simantadeep. Then we are going to see a wonderful pastime of Kolabecha Sridhar. This is one of the close associate of Mahaprabhu, and we will be discussing. And also Mahaprabhu used to take a rest. It's called Vishram Sthan. The devotee generally go and take some rest there. So wonderful, beautiful place. Then there is a Sasti Tirtha. There is a one pond to enable the Sankirtan so easily. Then we have Saradanga. This is the place the people who have come, the pujaris who have come, they stayed here for some time. I will explain you when we walk through more detail. I'm just giving a one-liner itinerary, but we will be visiting all these places today. Then there is a place called Mayamari or Mayasura. This is the Ashura was killed by Balram, and this is non-different from Talavan in Vrindavan. There are there are 12 forests in Vrindavan, and this is as good as going to Talavan forest. And there is a wonderful pastime of Mehar Chada. And we also will be going to a place called Belpukur. These are the places we'll be covering it. And some of them I have presentation, I'll take you the pictures. Some of them I'll walk you through. Some of them may not have the exact place, but we know this is the island this past time happened like that. So we'll come back to this slide. And this is how, if you want to map it in your mind, you want to see how we are going. First, we will go to Chandkasi Samadhi. That's where told you this is originally Mathura. Thamsa was there, so we will little bit hear about who is Chandkasi, why he so prominent was given, because in Indian community, in Hindus, we don't give importance to a Muslim person. Chandkasi name suggests he's supposed to be he's a Muslim person. Why the importance was given here, we will see. The second one is the Sonandanga village. There were the people of the Pujari were staying previously. I will tell those past time. Then also we'll go to Mehar, Chada and Belpakur, the Jagannath Mandir temple. So this is how the map is located. And from ISKCON temple, it is just half an hour ride in your bicycle or toto, rickshaw. You take anything by 15-20 minutes or max 30 minutes, you can reach this place. This is not very far from SimantaDvip. SimantaDvip and these are very interconnected. So it's less than the 2 to 3 kilometer radius, all these places. So SimantaDvip and SimantaDvip, these are very closely connected. So all these places where we are, most of them you should be able to do it in half a day to 1 day time frame. And evening you can cover the SimantaDvip. You can book a rickshaw and you can just go and come. It is not very far. So let us move on. Why the name called SimantaDvip? Why it's called SimantaDvip? So one time what is happening at Lord Shiva, he started dancing as if he's going to do a pralaya. And he was so mad, so mad dancing, and the entire earth started trembling. And Mother Parvati never seen. She's seen only one time when the annihilation, you want to do annihilation, that's the time Rudra Tandava was done. And he was beating his damru and his hair was scattered. It was such a scene to see, and she frightened some to a certain extent. And there is something special what this Tandava and the Rudra Tandava at the end of Pralaya is, he was chanting some new mantra. What was that? He was chanting Gauranga, Gauranga. Parvati never heard this word Gauranga. What is this Gauranga? And she pacified her husband. My dear Lord, tell me why, what is the ecstasy? What is the reason for you dancing like this? What happened? Why are you dancing like this? And also, I'm hearing the first time the name called Gauranga. As soon as I hear Gauranga, my hair stands at the end. My tears are flowing from eyes. What is this magical mantra? Please tell me. I also want to know. Then Shiva says to Mother Parvati, my dear Parvati, I've been meditating on Lord Gauranga's appearance in Kali Yuga. He's so magnanimous. He's going to give all the love of Godhead to everyone. And I'm not able to control or resist. Because generally Shiva used to meditate. You have seen any posture, Shiva always used to meditate. Whom he would meditate? He would meditate on Lord Ram. And that's where he came from. So he would be meditating on Mula Shankarshan and Lord Ram's name. And this is Gauranga is something new. And he said, I've been waiting for his appearance and I can't resist. Now what I am going to do is, I'm going to leave my eternal place Varanasi. Varanasi is the place Shiva resides eternally. I'm going to leave my abode. I'm going to go near the Ganges bed of Navadip Dham and I'm going to sit and meditate and wait. I'm going to make a hut and I'm going to wait for Mahaprabhus to appear, which is in the SimantaDvip. So that's where we see in the two Shiva temple in the SimantaDvip, Yogapit, Kshetrapala as well as Kopeshwar Mahadev. Both of them give us the benediction, protect the Dham as well as engage us in the Shiva. So he said, I'm going to go. It's the time. He's going to come. So it's up to you what you want to do. I don't want to force. And as soon as Parvati heard, oh my God, you are going, let me also go. Then she came to a place called SimantaDvip, and she started meditating. And he met Lord face to face. This is the beautiful picture of ISKCON. And this is the Simantini Devi. She is called Simantini, and Mahaprabhu is there. Beautiful deities to remember this pastime. And this place, Simantadip, was previously called Simulia. Then later it is transformed to Simantadip. So what is that all about, the name Simantadip? Why? Because Antardip, we know, Antardip means inner, secret, revealing the secret. What secret? Brahma was meditating and Lord came in his heart and he revealed in Navadip that I'll be taking avatar in this in the Kali Yuga. You also will take birth as a Haridas Thakur, revealed Antardip. So the Antar secret was revealed. Now the Simantadip, what is Simantadip all about? This Parvati Devi started meditating and Lord appeared and he was very happy. He said, Parvati, my dear Parvati, tell me, why are you meditating on? Why are you called me? And she saw beautiful golden form of this Mahaprabhu, and she started crying profusely. Oh my Lord! Everybody always says, the devotees always curse me. Say you are on Maya. In Maya, whenever there Maya is there, now there is no sir. Whenever there is a Krishna, there is no Maya. You're given such a thankless job. I have to punish all the people in the material world. I am superintendent of this place. Like in the jail, you see superintendent, he or she would punish the prisoners to that so that they can bring back to the normal life or they don't do the same act again. So they feel the hellish condition of the material life, then they will try to reform. That is a thankless job here. And whenever Krishna is there, they say, devotees say that I can come to you. And Shiva and other people, everybody is really enjoying your pastime. They're participating in your pastime. But see, look at me, my condition. You are giving me such a service that I can't take association of yours or neither I can participate. So I need to be always away. Whenever Krishna is there is no Maya. When I am there, then, you are not there. So, and she started profusely crying, my Lord, what kind of job you are given? I am punishing so many children of mine. Sometimes I give them in the terms of diseases. Sometimes I would give them in terms of job problems, family problems, so that they at least remember, oh, this life is miserable. Let me think about Lord. She's doing a thankless job. Actually, we need to pray to worship her because she's doing such a wonderful service. The tough task she's given, Lord has given to correct all the children. How do you correct the children? We don't listen to them. Sometimes people, some children, not in UK, but at least in India, sometimes we would slap the kids saying, what are you doing? It's too much. Something like that. Similarly, is like a mother. Say, please listen to the Lord. If you turn away from the face of the Lord, then she would give a little bit slap to put you under stress so that we all can go back to Godhead. Then she was crying. Then Mahaprabhu said, don't cry. You are the same Radharani. When I appear as a Krishna, you are the Adi Lakshmi. You are the same Lakshmi. Then you expand yourself as Yogamaya and Mahamaya. There are two concepts. You are my energy, internal energy, which is Yogamaya, Antaranga Yogamaya, and external energy, you appear as Parvati. And Shiva, I will transform myself into Shiva. So then you and Shiva work on this material world. Why are you crying? So he is trying to pacify. And some of you may not aware the terminology Yoga Maya. What is this Yoga Maya? We all know Mahamaya is nothing but Durga Devi or Parvati, Mother Parvati. What is this Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya is a person who controls the entire pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan. Everything happens because of them. For example, they would have seen Krishna is lifting Govardhan. As soon as you see a person is lifting a little finger, you think, oh, he is God. Obviously, must be God. Otherwise, nobody can lift it. A small boy, 4 or 5 years old boy, lifting a small Govardhan. How is that possible? Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, but they never thought Krishna is a God. Why is the reason? It's because of Yogamaya. Immediately Yogamaya will cover, saying that my son is, oh, Nanda Maharaj is lifting, or some devatas are helping, that's why he's able to lift. Krishna is not actually lifting. They never believed that Krishna lifted this Govardhan. So Yogamaya immediately cover because you want to have the rasa. Or today I want to have rain pastime. Today I want to have spring pastime where the flowers need to be beautifully, coming in the garden, everything. Then this Yogamaya, she arranges everything, and she would have many messengers with her, and she would send the people saying that this is the spot Krishna will meet Radharani. So they plan everything. So Yogamaya is such a powerful energy of the Lord, and she controls literally the stage management. If you say Krishna is coming for drama, before that you need to manage the stage, entire stage management. That was done by Yogamaya. To give another wonderful, wonderful, sweet pastime, would I'm not here. So to show the power, who is Yogamaya? And one time Kamsa, he was sitting in Mathura, but he never came to Vrindavan. He been sending so many divines, Putana, Agasura, Bagasura, and every day one by one, Krishna is hitting sixer. He's killing everyone. I was thinking, what kind of person is he? He's a small boy, but he's killing everyone. Let me look myself. Let me go and see myself. And he from Mathura to Vrindavan is not very far, 30-40 kilometers, less than that. 45 minutes you can travel. So he just came to the border. As soon as he entered into the Vrindavan, uh, he transformed himself into a no, he was trying to enter. So Yogamaya was sitting with a stick. Then Yogamaya said, Purnamasi. So in Vrindavan, Yogamaya transformed into Purnamasi. And she was sitting there and they said, Kamsa, you can't come here. This is Krishna's territory. And there is no people, demons are allowed like you, especially you, there is no entry unless you change your attitude and you want to come, then you are welcome. But with this attitude of killing Krishna, you're not allowed inside. He said, "Who are you to stop me? I'm the king now. You are you. Who you are you? You think yourself." And he came inside. As soon as she came, Yogamaya cast a spell, and he made a small gopi. The entire the Kamsa, the king, great king, became a small lady girl, baby girl, and she said, "See, I told you, it's not your jurisdiction; it is my jurisdiction. I have the entire power to control anyone who is coming over here. You can't do anything here. You want better, you go away. I will spare you. Otherwise, if you are here, I'm going to punish you." Kamsa said, "No, no, no." Like that, he was crying, and still he was rebelling. Then she started begging. He Kamsa realized, oh, Yogama is so powerful. Let me go back. She said, no, no, I'll give you some task. You have to do the task. What is that? You see this cow? The cows are, there are a lot of cow dungs are there. You go and clean it. You better clean it. And Kamsa has nothing to do because he got into the form. Unless you do the seva, she said, I will not transform you back into Kamsa. Kamsa was frightened. So he took a basket, he started collecting all the cow dung. Then after 15-20 minutes, he collected everything, cleaned up everything, and he said, Yogamaya, please allow me to go back. I made a mistake. He said, no, no, still the task is not done. Now what you do? You go behind the cows. Now all the cow dung was there, you collected it. Now whenever you go behind the cow, whenever it puts the dung, you have to collect it in the basket. He said, that is too much to do. He said, no, nothing can be done. You have to do it. So Kamsa was carrying the basket, going behind the cows. Like that, she was, making him cry. Then finally said, run away from here. So Kamsa then goes back from this border of Vrindavan to Mathura. Then he never came back. And that's why Kamsa calls Krishna. He never came into Vrindavan and invaded, and he told, you come to my place, then I can handle it. Your place, it's very difficult. Yogamaya will not allow me to do anything. So that is the power, the same personality. When we say Durga, it's originally Radharani. Radharani expands into many Lakshmis. And Krishna has many energies. That's one of them is Antaranga Shakti and Bahir Shakti. Then Maya Devi, who we call it as Durga Devi, is the expansion of this Yoga Maya, and she becomes Mahamaya. So he says, you are such a personality. You are such a personality. Why are you crying? You are helping me in every respect. And I'll bestow you all the love of Godhead here. You did, I'm pleased with you. Then you all know the ladies. Simanta means the ladies, especially married women, they part their head in the center and they put kumkum here. You know who was first started? This was started by Mother Parvati. She took the dust from the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and she started putting the sintura and parting her hair. That's why it called SimantaDvip. The original activity it is that take Lord's dust, put it in your head. That is the initial how this thing, this chindur. This is another story for many of you. Don't know why. After getting married, the women are putting parting their hair with kumkum. This is the same reason because Parvati did it with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And this place after that named Simulya or Simantini, then it became SimantaDvip. So this is the little bit of story behind um, how this place is called. Now, the first place where
சாரி குறுக்கிடறதுக்கு மன்னிக்கணும். தமிழ்ல சொல்வீங்களா திரும்ப?
இல்லையே மாதாஜி.
ஒன்லி இங்கிலீஷ்.
ஆமாங்க மாதாஜி.
இன்னைக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் மட்டும் தான்.
நம்ம வேணா செப்பரேட்டா நெக்ஸ்ட் சாட்டர்டே பண்ணலாம் தமிழ்ல.
ஓகே ஓகே, அதான் கேக்குறேன். ஏன்னா ஃபுல்லா கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடியல. தமிழ்லனா அது கேட்கும்போது அப்படியே இதாகும். ஓகே, யூ கேரி ஆன். தேங்க் யூ. ஓகே,
சாரி மாதாஜி.
ஓகே.
So this place, Chandkasi, is the first place we will be visiting. Sorry, as I mentioned, Samadhi is just a place where he died, and there is you can see there is a big tree. This tree is just Samadhi is on top of the Samadhi. This tree is growing. This is still 500 years old tree. There is a neem tree which represent Mahaprabhu, and there is a champak tree. These are intertwined. You can see this tree. The branches generally go up, but you can see these are bending and going. It's like a humble devotee. It would bend down all the branches. It will not go straight up. Most of them will go down, then it will go up like that. And this is none other than Kamsa, the same Kamsa whom I was talking about, who was trying to enter into Vrindavan. He appeared in this age as Chandkasi. So Chandkasi was working with Nawab Hussain Shah. Who is this Nawab Hussain Shah? Some of you know in Krishna Leela, you are familiar with Jarasandha. You know Jarasandha, what is the relation between Jarasandha and Kamsa? One time Jarasandha was a powerful king. You want to win over this Mathura Kamsa. Then as he was planning to discussing with his ministers to take a war or something, wage a war, then there is a huge elephant fell at his kingdom. And he was surprised. Who is the guy who is throwing the elephant? And this was Kamsa. He was practicing. What do you practice? You lift up an elephant, he'll throw. It will go and fall in the next kingdom. Imagine such a powerful king was the Kamsa. And Jarasandha thought, my God, he's amazing guy. So I have 2 daughters, let me get married to him, making him friends instead of going and fighting. And he made an ally with him. That's why Jarasandha and Kamsa combination was deadly. All other demonic people, everybody surrendered to them because they're very powerful. And these 2 daughters got married. And when Krishna killed Kamsa, that's where Jarasandha got really angry. Many a times he fought against the Mathura and he waged war again and again. Krishna will spare him, but he will kill the entire army because he doesn't want to go and kill all the enemies. Jarasandha will collect all the Rakshasas, he will come. Krishna will simply kill them and he will spare Jarasandha. So this is a wonderful story. So this same Jarasandha has taken avatar as a Nawab Hussain Shah in Bengal. He is the entire person who is controlling this area. And Chandkasi was reporting to him as a magistrate or a person who is managing the Navadvip city. So what happens is everybody went and complained to Chandkasi saying that this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is creating havoc. We never seen people loudly shouting the names of the Lord. They can go and chant, meditate softly. They can chant. I don't know why they are chanting, and the entire night they were crying and things like that. They broke the mridanga. This is the place we saw Shiva Sangan last time, where they broke the mridanga. I showed you the mridanga also, which was broken originally. After that, Mahaprabhu got really angry. He said, I can't tolerate. Let me start the first civil disobedience movement. It was not started by Gandhi, it was started by Mahaprabhu. He said, everyone tomorrow announce WhatsApp or whatever way you communicate, I don't know, but everyone should tomorrow start evening, we are going to Chandkasi's house. And devotees, when they heard this message, somebody started cutting the wood, they're making the torch, somebody is telling that it will be amazing to see Mahaprabhu dancing and marching on the street, because they never seen this Sankirtan movement is just started. Nobody is seen. It's within the closed door they used to do. So this is the first time he's going to come out because it's so beautiful and people are always waiting for him to see, look his beauty. And they started telling everyone, plan, no, let us plan, let us go. And the entire village was preparing and everybody started walking towards Chandkasi. Chandkasi was frightened. My God, there's so many people, entire village has come. He went and hidden himself. Then Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, my uncle," because Kamsa was his uncle. So they had a relationship. His father and he had a good relationship. And he said, "Your father and myself, yourself had a good relation. I came as, you are my mama, you are my uncle. Why are you shy away from me? Please come out." Then both had a chat. Then he writes, Chandkasi begs forgiveness. The reason for forgiveness is something different. The day before, after he broken the mridanga, Lord Nashingadev came in his dream. And he was sitting on his chest and he was slapping him and he was using his nail to tear apart his chest. Then Chandkasi, frightened, and he woke up and he saw there's a marks in his chest. And he realized this same Hari has come. Start the Sankirtan movement. Who am I to stop it? Then he was decided that time itself that I will not stop this movement. And when Mahaprabhu came and he showed his chest, say this what mark from Nashingadev, and I will never stop, and neither my family nor my tradition, nobody will stop. He wrote a will saying that around this prominence, nobody dared to stop this Sankirtan movement. And those who place after that is Samadhi was placed here, and the tree is naturally growing. And anybody who hears this pastime or listens to it, what is the phala they will get? They will be getting rid of old age and disease, sir. This all will be vanquished. One time the people start against this order, they were started stopping the Sankirtan. The beard of the person who is stopping, no, it got fire automatically. Or somebody got pimples on their blisters on their burnt faces on their face. So it was, people were frightened whenever they stopped Sankirtan, there something happened to them. So since then, this Nama Sankirtan was never stopped. It's not only here, anywhere practically. There are so many places we have seen new places when you start the center, people come and object. Don't start this Sankirtan movement. They have many pastimes like that. There is one pastime in US, somebody was trying to stop, man, you can't do this kind of thing. And they told several times to excuse, this is Sankirtan movement, this is Yuga Dharma, Kali Yuga. He did not listen. But he was a big gangster or something. The next time he said, threatened, if you do Sankirtan, I will stop this. But miraculously, there is speeding up car came. We just hit him, or those gangster. He on the spot, he died. There is another place in Mayapur when the gangster were disturbing the Sankirtan. Nowhere, somewhere the bull came. We don't know where it came. He just came and knocked off that person and went away. Like that, whenever anybody starts stopping the Sankirtan movement, right? Nobody can stop. This is the Yuga. This is the Kali. This is the Yuga Dharma. You don't need to be afraid of chanting at home or doing chanting outside. Nobody can start this movement because Lord will be you will be protected. Lord will protect anybody who's doing Sankirtan movement. Those who are trying to stop this preaching movement, they will never succeed. Something are we practically seeing. It's not a story I'm telling 400, 500 years ago. I'm even telling now, 40, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, people trying to stop. Miraculously, somewhere some vehicle will come and hit, or some bull will come, or something will happen, or they fight among each other, they will die, gangsters. We have seen practically those who are stopping the Sankirtan movement, they will never succeed. That is the power of Amkasi's place. And I just quickly put a video so that you can have a look at it. Then we will go to the next place. And let me know if the audio is not coming. 3 minutes quickly.
Was there? I tell the story of this tea, and there are five signs of God forever on this tea. Now see the picture on this tea. This is Jankari Samadhi. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Prabhuji, we cannot see the video, Prabhuji. We can still see the slide.
I'm sorry about it. Let me share. It would be better. Now?
Yeah, we can see it now, Prabhuji.
Audio also?
Yeah, audio also. Maybe you can put it to the front, Prabhuji. The video.
Don't worry. It's just a tree going around the tree. So
right,
we will cover more things. But in the YouTube, it's available. You can search for Chandkasi. You would get, and you can see that the branches are bending downwards, then it will go up. I'll show you in another place. In Vrindavan, you can see this place. There is one place where the trees would bend like this, and also another place in Navadip. You can see this all bending and going up. Okay. So this one another point which I want to emphasize, that when Krishna was there, he was killing all the demons, including Kamsa. But when Kamsa, the same Kamsa came in Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu did not use his Changu, Chakra or any other weapons to kill any demons. He killed the demonic mentality. He delivered Chandkasi and he became a devotee and started chanting. So this is what happened. Because in Kali Yuga, both the nature of demonic and Deva nature, the Sattvic nature, both are present in the same body of the person. In previous Yuga, it was in two different families. When you see Kauravas Pandavas were very pious, whereas Duryodhana family was unpious family kind of thing. Then if you extend that to previous Yuga, Ravana, Rama, they were in different country, continent. And if you go still further, Satyuga, people were in different planetary system. The Asuras, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu were in different planetary system, and other people were in different planetary system. Now in Kali Yuga, it's all merged into the same person. The good dog and bad dog, it's all the same person. So the Lord will kill the, if he has to kill, then everybody needs to be killed. Nobody can survive in Kali Yuga. If Lord has come, Paritranaya sadhana, Vinashaya chatuskrudam, Dharma samstapanartaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. I come millennium after millennium to eradicate all the bad things. It's to eradicate entire world will go, because everybody is bad. Some portion of it, some portion of a bad dog also we have. So the Lord purifies by chanting, adopting his chanting process. He purifies. That's a magnanimous thing. So this next spot where we are going is, so you can see in this map, on the top we have Bel Pukur. Right, we will come from the dawn. I started with Chandkasi Samadhi. Then I talked about the SimantaDvip, why this place is called SimantaDvip. On the top, you can see the Bel Pukur. So generally, this is not covered as part of this trip. Next day, they will make arrangement, because this was border of the other deep. So they generally, the route to go to that place is different, but still I'm covering it as a theme. The SimantaDvip, I'm covering it. But generally, this you need to make a separate vehicle to go, different plan. This cannot be visited on the same day. It needs to be a separate plan. So this house is called Neelambara Chakravarti. Who is this Neelambara Chakravarti? He is the Gargamuni in Krishna Leela. If you all know in Krishna Leela and Gargamuni, this Gargamuni who came to Nanda Maharaj house, because Nanda Maharaj said, I don't want to publicly do Namakarna. Namakarna is naming giving ceremony, because Kamsa will know, then he will create havoc. So I want secretly in the cow shed, I want to give him naming ceremony for Krishna and Balram. So that's where this Gargacharya or Gargamuni is invited, and he comes and reads the horoscope of Krishna, and he says he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he's appeared previously in red, white color, yellow color. In this Dwapara Yuga, he has appeared in a blackish color. So like that, he makes the prediction. Same Gargamuni. In this Mahaprabhu, when Lord comes, Krishna comes as Mahaprabhu, he appears as his grandfather. Mata, mother's father. Mahaprabhu's mother's father is Neelambara Chakravarti. He also very scholarly person, and he predicted the Mahaprabhu's, as soon as he born, he put the chart and the horoscope. He told he will become a person who will deliver the entire world. So this place is called Belpukur, and so his family, the father and his two sons were staying here. Sachimata, the Neelambara Chakravarti had two sons and two daughters, and we have seen already Malini Mataji. She was Chandrasekharacharya. She married to Chandrasekharacharya. We went to the Gaudiya Mutt, the first Gaudiya Mutt established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Actually, that was Chandrasekharacharya Bhavan. Then we see Sachimata is the another daughter, and they had two brothers as well. And the DT, who see in this DT here, Madan Gopan DT, this is 500 years old, 700 years old, in fact, DT, still there. This was the DT worshipped by Sachimata and this Neelambara Chakravarti. They are worshipping. This is a beautiful place. You can come and take darshan of this DT. This is the place you can go and meet the parental place. This is called Mama Badi, because generally parental affection will be there. Mother's side, when the kids go, there will parentally affection happen. So used to go and have a lot of pastime there, and they would have a parental affection from their uncles and grandfather. So he had a nice time there. So this place is also called Belpukur. Why it is called Belpukur? That's what we will see now. Belpukur or Bilva Pakash. These two places, it is named. The same place is named Belpukur. So this Bilva Pakash means there is a Brahmana who is to worship with the Bilva leaves, which are very dear to Lord Shiva. So this Brahmana started worshipping, and they're all, then Lord pleased, Shiva came. What do you want? Why are you worshipping me? I'm very pleased with you. I'm ready to give boon. They said, give the best. We don't know what is best. You give us the best. Then he awards Gauranga Mahaprabhu, sorry, the Shiva awards those who worship me. Since you worship me, I will award you Gauranga Prema, and I will promise you that when these Brahmanas who were doing this worshipping 15 days with Tulsi leaf, Ganges water to Shiva, you also will get an audience with Mahaprabhu, and you will become his students. So these are the Siddhas, or these are the yogis, pujaris or Vaishnavas, whoever you call, the Brahmins. They worshipped Lord Shiva. The Lord Shiva awarded the service to participate in Gauranga Leela, and they all become the student. When Mahaprabhu takes birth, he has his own school. These boys are those Brahmins who worship Lord Shiva with the Bilva trees. That's why it's called Bilva, Bilva, Pakash. Paksh. Then there is this place is called Belpukur also, because there is a Panchavakra Shiva, 5-headed Shiva is there, who is meditating here. So this also called Panchavakra Shiva place also. And you can also see that, as I mentioned, these 4 Sampradayas: Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya. All of them are originated in Navadip Dham. All this Sampradaya, this is the originating place. Today I was in the temple, I was explaining, I was doing Modrumadip. Today topic was Seva, Dasyam. So that's a place, it was explained how Ramanujacharya and Madhvacharya, they personally came long ago to this place, and they saw the Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They excited, and they said, we are not stopped, we are preaching our cult, because we are preaching same philosophy but a little different, but we want to stop and we want to start Harinam Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu said, no, the time has not yet come. When I come in Kali Yuga, particular year, particular time, once I appear, then you also will appear and you also serve me. Later this will spread. Till then, you don't tell anything, you continue yours. So similarly, the Kumara Sampradaya started here in Belpukur. This Shiva was there, and the 4 the Nimbarkacharya, who is the Acharya of the Sampradaya, came and meditated to Lord Shiva. The Lord Shiva directed them, the Belpukur, where you have these 4 Kumaras, you go and worship them, and you start your own Sampradaya. This is how the Kumara Sampradaya started. So this is another significant place. Under this banyan tree, what you see, there is a Shiva, small Shiva temple is there. Panchavakra Shiva with the 5-headed Shiva, who is always meditating here. One, he gives love of Godhead. Whoever comes and prays, he ensures that he connected with Gauranga, like those Brahmins. Then they took the next life, they were taken birth in the Mahaprabhu's Leela, they participated as a student. Kumara Sampradaya, Shiva ensured that the Kumara Sampradaya was started, bona fide Sampradaya. So for all this reason, this place is called Belpukur and Bilva Paksh. So we have seen Chandkasi Samadhi, then we went to Neelambal Chakravarti, who is the grandfather of Mahaprabhu, his family deity we saw. Then we came to a place called Belpukur or Bilva Paksh. This is the place where Shiva is staying here and helping everyone, including he helped the Nimbarkacharya to start the mission of the Kumara Sampradaya. So now we will move on to the next places. This is a place called Meghachara. What happens, one time Mahaprabhu was doing Kirtan, it becomes night, but suddenly dark cloud started clouded, and it's going to heavily rain, and the devotees were anxious. Oh, this Sankirtan will stop. what will happen now? It is a lot of clouds and then it's going to rain, and it was thunderstorm like that. Then Mahaprabhu took his chadar. Chadar means the chadar what he had on the shoulder, and he just waved off his chadar, and the cloud were dispersed. So this way Mahaprabhu used to do. If anything comes to in between the kirtan, he would not stop. He would ensure that it is smoothly goes. And he took a chadar and wave off the cloth. And this is the place the cloud went away. So this is to remember this place. Still, when we walk on parikrama, devotees say this is the place it happened, like that. But there's no specific place or temple as such. But this pastime happens on that area of province. So people just when we walk, they will narrate the pastime, and we just hear and meditate. We don't have exact spot where this happened, but on that area of that, we would do that. Now another 1 hour at least, or 45 minutes, we need to have a dedicated session for this Jagannath temple. Now, as I mentioned previously, we have covered Chandkasi, we went to Belpukor, we covered Meharchada, why SimantaDvip came, how she meditated, she took the kumkum on her forehead, that we saw. Now, what is left with is Jagannath temple and the Sona Danga village. These are the two parts which is left out. So this is it's a huge topic. That's why I kept it at the end. And at least we need closer to 45 minutes to understand the pastimes of this place. And this place is none other than Puri. So you are in Puri. So I have this same book, what I put it in the picture. This is the, I don't know you're able to see or not. This is the book Lord Jagannath in Rajapur, written by Pankaj Jangri Das. I would highly recommend. Most of the time PDF available in the internet. You can search it. You might say pastimes Rajapur Jagannath pastime or Mayapur Nashingdev pastime. These two are generally available in PDF version as well. And this is a wonderful book to read. So this, as I mentioned, this deity originally came from Puri. So that's why there is no difference between Puri and this Rajapur deities. I divided this section into 4 parts. First part is what happened in 7th century, then what happened in 16th century, then what happened in 1958, and post ISKCON taking over this temple, 1979, what happened. So this will be a 4 sections history to understand this. Let us, without delay, let us get into that. So in the 7th century, what happened? There was one Rakshasa was there. It's called Rakta Bahu. Rakta means blood. He always stained his hands with blood because he would destroy the temple. He would kill people. He's a kind of a cruel person, right? So one day he was coming towards Orissa, towards Puri from. So then devotees got frightened. He said, "What is this? Rakta Bahu is coming. Nobody can stop him. He's non-stoppable, and he is destroying on the way so many temples, and he's coming to Puri." The pujaris, what to? They don't know what to do, and they were praying to the Lord. No, you protect us. We don't know what to do. And the Lord came in the dream. They said, "Pujari, don't worry. Don't be anxious. It's nothing. It's not a big deal to kill this Rakta Bahu. But for various pastimes, I want to leave from here. Please arrange such a way that you take it to the forest route, and I want to go to Navadip. That's my desire. Please execute it." So the pujaris woke up next day morning. Before Rakta Bahu comes in the main road, these guys taken the jungle path and they packed the lordships. And you can see in the picture, they were carrying the sabaras, were carrying the deities, and they started walking. Generally, it takes about 20-30 days to walk from Orissa to come to West Bengal. So when they are walking, and they were every day offering flowers, fruits, whatever available in the forest, they walked. 12th day, they reached this place closer to SimantaDvip, this Jagannath place. They came, and Lord said, "This is my place. I want to reside eternally here. Please make a temple arrangement and start worshipping." So those people, the pujaris who came from Puri, they stayed in this village of Sabaras. So this is the village, still it is there. This is now duplicated, there is nothing is there. But they're closer to the temple area is where this the Sabaras were lived, and they worshipped the Lord. They beautifully taught other people also how to worship. And after that, they went back to lords aboard after the end of the life. They went all. So what happened is this deity, after when they back, it was vanished, unmanifested. So it was no more visible to any one of them. After 7th century, when the devotees went, and it was completely, he unmanifested himself. So those deities are not found anymore. So coming to the 16th century, between 7th and 16th century, but the Lord never left the place. He was there, unmanifested form. And this is the story of a Jagdish Ganguly, a blind devotee. What happens is this Jagdish Ganguly is a staunch follower of Mahaprabhu. 24 years he was there in Navadip, Mahaprabhu, and after 24 years he went to Puri because he took sannyas, and his mother told, if you're taking sannyas, you can't live in the same family or same place. You have to go somewhere else. Instead of going too far, please go, at least stay in Puri. At least I would get information. So the devotees every year, but during the rainy season, they would, during April, May time, June would be the Rath Yatra time. So they would walk, all the devotees would walk from Mayapur. This is like entire village, literally, 500, 600 people, I don't know, thousands. They start walking. They would walk for 20 to 30 days. They reach Orissa. Then they participate in the Rath Yatra, take the association of the Lord, and they come back to Bengal. So this Ganguly was going every year. But 1 year he fell sick and he lost his eyes. He became blind, and he wanted to go and meet the Lord. And he said, you are blind, who will take you? It is very difficult. We are going in the jungle path. It's not that time highways was built. There was a shatra to stay. You have to stay wherever you are. It's very difficult, and you please don't come. He was very much anxious to see the Lord Jagannath. And he was crying profusely, and he was in the dream. The Lord came. Why are you worrying? Don't worry. Next time, tomorrow, you go to Ganges. You will hit with a log of wood and take that wood and carve the deity, and you will get back your vision. One. Second thing is that you don't need to go all the way to Puri. You become old. You worship me here. It's as good as worshipping me in Puri. So this Jagadish Ganguly goes and sorry, I need to make a little change here. Just give me a second. Okay. So then what happens is this Jagdish Ganguly goes and the logs of wood, he brings it, and the Lordship told there is one leprosy carpenter who can do this. The leprosy, when he approached, the leprosy told, see my hands, I don't have fingers, it's oozing out blood and pus. I can't even hold the sisal. What are you talking? I won't be able to do. He said, no, this is Lord's order. You have to do it. Then he said, at the end of the carving, you also will become cured. And this guy is trying to sizzle it. A carpenter is, blood is coming out. He's not able to hold the sizzle. But as he start carving, he gets cured. And the beautiful log comes, and he's also Ganguly also get darshan of the Lord. And then the Lord was worshipped like this for many years. But he became old. When Ganguly became old, the Lord came in his dream. One of your wives, one of the women in your family, she is not chaste and she is not a good character, because of which the entire village will die and your family also will die. So the Lord unmanifested his pastime. The 16th century again, the 7th century, I told you that the Sabras came, they worshipped for some time. When they died, the Lord unmanifested. Again, he manifested through this form. Again, he unmanifested himself after Ganguly died. The entire family was vacated. So it was like, another 2 centuries, nobody was going that side because there are a lot of snakes, a lot of trees, and it became a bush, and a lot of wild animals were there. So nobody used to go there. Then this Patik Chatterjee, 1979, he was going through that route for various reasons to Navadip. But he is afraid because there are a lot of snakes and things like that. But as soon as he was going, there's a tree fell down. So he frightened, oh, there might be a ghost or something like that. He felt unconscious. And the Lord told, you are all right. Here I'm staying under the hill. Please ask somebody to excavate, and I want to be worshipped. This is the deity. It was carved during the 16th century. And the 19th century, under this termite hill, the house owner, Chatterjee, he's tried to excavate these places. He's the owner. Then he took the deities out and they started worshipping it. In 1978, when Gora Purnima festival is happening, the devotees were coming. This Patik Chatterjee was getting old. He doesn't know what to do. And he said, ISKCON, why don't you take it up? Because after me, I don't know who will look after this deity. Will be able to take it? That's where ISKCON takes the charge of that. And this is the deities. Jagannatha Swami ki jai. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Padakami Bhavattume Nilachala Nivashaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhatra Subhatrayam Jagannatha Ete Namah. This is the same deity, very, very powerful. I'm going to tell you more heart melting, touching pastimes of this Lord. They are actively speaking, interactive lordships. You never see this kind of interaction. They reciprocate with the devotees. Such a wonderful pastime I'm going to narrate. So this is, please take a darshan. And if you want, we can have a visit of the temple quickly so that you get an idea about what is the temple I'm talking about. Then I will talk you those pastimes.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees and friends. Today we are in Jagannath Temple at Rajapur. Rajapur Jagannath Temple is located at sacred island SimantaDvip of Navadvip Dham, West Bengal, India. It is 6 km north side away from ISKCON Mayapur. Lord Jagannath at Rajapur is no different from Lord Jagannath of Puri. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur mentioned this fact in his book Sri Navadvip Dham Mahatma long ago. These enchanting deities of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Maharani are residing here at Rajapur for at least 500 years now. Guruji is here. SimantaDvip is a remote portion of Navadvip Dham, where SimantaDvip, Maya Devi was once upon a time blessed by Lord Chaitanya.
SimantaDvip ki jai. So this temple, you have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Then the back side of it, you have the SimantaDvip picture, which I showed you the past time. To remember this pastime. Also, we have a wonderful pastime of Lord Shiva, which I'll be talking through now. Also, Shiva temple within the same campus. So this all happened very recent after 1979. ISKCON took over this temple. They started worshipping. So one time there is a pujari. What happened is when the Chatterjee family decided to give it to ISKCON, and we need to legally make arrangements so that shift all the title deeds and everything. So the Maharaj just told, don't worship these deities till we get the approval. Formally, it has been sold off to us and we have the possession. The pujari, without consulting anyone, he started offering water, some food, fruits like that. And the ISKCON committee came to know that. Then they chastised this devotee. We are not even got legal possession. You started worshipping. Once you start worshipping, you should not stop deities. So this is another lesson to be learned. So the deities are living personal. Sometimes the devotees would get the deities, but they don't take care after some time. They stop it. So they are the personalities. as a personality, start worshipping as much as possible. And the standard, whatever standard you follow, you should follow, your generation should follow. If not, at least, minimum standard, we start with minimum standard and we continue to do that. If you start with the big level high standard, then you will not be able to maintain it. So this is very important principle when somebody is decided to take a deities, or they have deities at home, shaligram at home. They should have some minimum standard of worship defined, and they should never stop at any cost. So this Pujari started worshipping. Suddenly, the management came to know. He said, "Why are you worshipping? It is still not ours. Somebody tomorrow, if they don't give, who will take care of them? You can't do that. Stop it immediately." He stopped it immediately. But in the night, the small Jagannath, the Utsav Murtis, they started walking on the field. Pujari saw they were walking and they're going away. And the Pujari asked, "Where are you going? Stop, stop, Jagannath, where are you going?" He said, "You stopped worshipping. We are hungry. I'm feeling hungry. I'm going to ISKCON temple. ISKCON, they give nice prasadam. I'm going towards that." The devotee woken up and he came running and reported to the management. And they told, "We didn't know that you were already worshipping. That's why, otherwise you wouldn't have stopped." And luckily, by the time the agreement was made, and they started worshipping. Now every day, previously the pujar used to bring in the cycle every day item chapan bhog they would offer to the Lord. Now there is a beautiful temple constructed, kitchen has been constructed, and they offer it now. There is another pastime, wonderful pastime. When the pujari, those old days, he was bringing the tiffin to the Lord to offer it. He forgot to bring the tulsi. That time it was very depleted condition. The dog would run and here. There is no door, proper door. Any animals can come and take the food prasadam before offering to the Lord. So he was thinking, if I go and look for tulsi, the food, I don't know, dog or something will come and eat. I forgot to bring the tulsi. He prayed to the Lordship, "Lord, please forgive me. Please accept this without tulsi." And he closed the door and he was sitting in front of the door and started chanting his Gayatri. When he's opened the door, to his surprise, there are a bunch of tulsi stems. It was stuck on the rice. And the Lord arranged, he understood the mood of the devotee, and he himself arranged tulsi for himself to get offered. So this is such a beautiful thing. And there is one more Muslim family. They had two kids. Both of them doesn't have vision. Somehow from the birth they lost the vision. So they went to the doctor checked up everything. All of them said it will cost you 75,000 or whatever it is, you can't afford, and it's no guarantee. So they lost all their hopes. Finally they came to Jagannath and prayed, "Even though we are from different community or different family, but we believe you." So those areas, they're Muslim or irrespective of whatever community, they all worship Jagannath. They don't differentiate, because Jagannath is part of their life. And they went and prayed to him saying that, "Please help us, and I will give you, if they get eyesight back, I will give you a mirror as a token of appreciation, as a token of gratitude to you." So what happened miraculously, the kids, they've got eyes back, and the family became devoted to Lord Jagannath, and they started offering those mirrors to the lordships. Like that, there are many pastimes. There are many Matajis, they not got married. They learn, or they don't have money, they will get married or not. They pray to Jagannath. Next it is nowhere else. Some good husband comes with a rich person, they get married to them. Like that, there are many incidents. The Lord would reciprocate whatever you're doing it so easily. Like that, there is one more pastime. There is one Muslim person. So one time he came to the temple and his friend brought him and he said, "Please take Jagannath Mahaprasadam." And there was Ratha Yatra time. He said, "Oh, why should I eat this God's prasadam? I don't like Hindus prasadam." He threw it on the floor and went next day. So next day in the dream, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, all three of them came. Jagannath Baladev got into his chest and started beating him, slapping him, putting his hand on his neck, started, is pressing his neck and things like that. And Subhadra said, "Please kill him, kill him. He threw my brother's prasadam." Jagannath was laughing, looking at this, and this boy was beaten and by this lordship, saying, "How can you dare to throw the prasadam on the floor? And this is Lord Jagannath Mahaprasadam." Like that, they were beating him. The next day, this person came with crying tears in the early morning. He went to the pujari and said, "Pujari, do you have this yesterday's khichdi?" He said, "Yesterday khichdi is over. Today we made a nice prasadam. If you want, you can take it today. But I know that yesterday you threw the prasadam. Why are you asking now?" Then he narrated the incident. These three personalities came. The black color one, he was laughing. The white color person, he was jumping on my chest and choking my neck. And this lady was laughing, kill him, like that. Somehow they spared. I want only the yesterday, whatever cooked you want, I want only that, not today's. And somewhere if Pujari went and scrapped something from the pot and gave it to him, he was, with the tears in his eyes, he took this prasadam. So these deities are very, very, what is a miracle, your hair standing if you read these pastimes. And they reciprocate to the devotees like that. There's one guard, security guard, to steal, the temple was being constructed. He thought, okay, I'll steal one slab of marble, who will come to know? And he started taking into his house every day in his chadar. He closed his chadar and he was taking. Jagannath got really angry. He said, I don't want even a single stone to be taken from the temple. How dare you? Next day, same thing happened. Jagannath went and Jagannath was started slapping on this guy, and Baladev was also telling, kill him. And Subhadra Mai, he said, how dare you to take stones from our temple? This is our property. How can you steal? Like that, they were beating him left and right, the deities. And he got so frightened. The next day morning, he came with a truck full of stones, and he went and told the truth that I was trying to steal the property, but the lordship came and yesterday they have beaten me left and right. I will not do it myself. I will never do it in my life. Please forgive me. Then all the marble slabs were taken back. So even a small stone, right? A Lord will not leave it. He personally guards this place. There are such wonderful pastimes happens. Sometime you would hear a noise. They go to the jackfruit. There is a lot of mango and jackfruit trees, and somebody was trying to steal the jackfruits. And the god was chasing them. Finally, there are two boys who were still trying to steal. They ran into the temple. After that, they never came back. Next day, they opened up the temple. They saw all these jackfruit skins and everything peels were there around the altar. The same Jagannath Baladev goes and plucks into the jackfruits, and they try to eat. So that like that, there are many, many wonderful pastimes of the Lord. It is unstoppable. I can keep going on for many hours. Please try to read this book. This is a wonderful, amazing pastimes of this Lordship is there. I'm not going every detail. Probably I can do one more details, one or two more pastimes. One time this Pujari was dressing the Lordship. He put one garland, one money or one necklace. He tried to put the second necklace. The third necklace fell down. The Pujari thought, oh, the necklace fell. Let me put it again. Second time it fell down. Third time it fell down. Fourth time he was trying to put. Then the voice came, don't you know, I don't like it. I don't need three. Just two is enough. Like that, they would reciprocate. They would talk to the Pujari saying that I don't need the third one. Like that. And one Pujari was always using this finger to touch the Lord's eyes because their eyes are big. So when they try to dress, sometime he would keep his eyes like that. And the Lord would say, don't show that finger. It's disgusting, and I don't want you to point your left finger on my face. Then devotee adjusted. After some time, he forgot. Again, he became to his usual conditioning. He started doing it. In the dream, the Lord came, Baladev came, and he showed his finger. Did I not tell you not to use this finger? You've been hurting me, and now I feel discussing for me. I don't want you to use it. He threatened the next time when you use it, then better you not to do it like that. And this devotee got up and he was running to the altar and praying forgiveness, and he went and told the head pujari what happened. Then they said, Jagannath doesn't have a hand. If you see generally the picture of the Lord doesn't have the hand, material vision, but spiritually he has a hand, leg, and all. But in Jagannath form, this is another pastime. I can talk about it later, why he's in this form. But generally, you don't have his eyes. But in this picture, you can see Lord showing his hand, fingers. And Pujari told, I never seen Jagannath is having hand. No, this person said, yes, 100% I'm sure the Lord had fingers, and he pointed at me not to use this finger like that. So like this, such a wonderful magical deities, they are non-different from Puri Jagannath. They came all the way in the pre-context of Rakta Bagu, but they stayed here from Puri here to Navadvip. So this is the holy land. Navadvip is a holy land. Like everyone, Acharyas, let it be Acharyas, let it be Shiva, let it be Indra, let it be Brahma. They all came and meditated. My Lordship, please give me, we want to participate. Shiva came, left his abode, Varanasi, stayed permanently here. Brahma came as Haridas Thakur, was meditating. Parvati came, SimantaDvip happened. Look at this beautiful, wonderful, place, Navadip. There is no other place better than Navadip for doing bhakti, and this is the original place where this Hare Krishna Mahamantra was started. Such a wonderful place, and ISKCON is organizing. ISKCON Bangalore is organizing April, end of the April trip, a 10-day trip to Navadip places. They may not take you to all these places, all the islands, but especially Antardvip we would cover, SimantaDvip, some part of Gotramadip, because entire thing you want to see, you have to spend at least a week or two to go to all the places, and at least 7 days. The devotees generally do a 7 days parikrama. You want to cover all these places, but devotees go to different places and different activities and things like that. So generally they cover 2 or 3 islands. So this one benefit of virtual yatra is that you can mentally cover even though you're not able to go. That's one advantage. Those who are interested, you can let me know. I will put you into the right contact. End of the April, from Bangalore, we will take you to Calcutta. From Calcutta and to all those places where you will be taken around some of the islands. It's a wonderful opportunity. Anybody wants to join, please let me know. So let us move on to the further. So this same place, there is a beautiful Shiva temple is there. So that time when the ISKCON bought this place, nobody knew that there was a ISKCON temple. It's only the tree was existing, big banyan tree, and there was one stone was there. The pujari thought, okay, this is stone, and he kicked off. But as soon as he kicked the stone, immediately started vomiting, coughing, and he fainted at this place. Then the Lord told, "I am the same Lord Shiva. I'm here. You are disrespecting me." And they realized, oh my God, this is Lord Shiva, and this is the temple. You can see this is stone and temple. This is a beautiful temple constructed under this tree. Shiva is also resides a wish fulfilling tree, and Shiva is Kshetrapal. He stays here. So one day he was Pujari was sleeping. Again Shiva told, "It's becoming too hot. At least can you give me a little water? I'm becoming thirsty." Then that day onwards they started worshipping with milk and things like that. And for Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, there is a lot of festival happens. There is a boat festival happens. What is this? Looks a hyperlink. So for Lord Jagannath, there's a beautiful boat fast time happens, and every yearly once they have to get a big abhishek and the open place. There is a place, and they all do abhishek, and the lordships are decorated, and they do a Ratha Yatra locally, and such a beautiful festival. And if you have any problem in your spiritually, materially, anything you want to ask, you can pray to this lordship, and miracle is guaranteed. With that, I take the blessings of Lord Jagannath, and I move on to the next topic. So to quickly recap, we have went to Chandkasi Samadhi, who is Kamsa himself, how Mahaprabhu did the first protection, civil disobedient movement. Then we went to is Neelambar Chakravarti, who is the grandfather of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, Shashimata's house. And there is a worshipable deity of Neelambar Chakravarti, Madan Gopal, 700 years old deity. We have seen it. Then we went to Belpukur at Bilva Pakash. This is the place where five-headed Shiva is staying there, and he is awarding all the devotees Krishna Bhakti, Gauranga Bhakti, and the Brahmins who already worshipped Shiva, they get to participate in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's as a student. Then Nimbarkacharya came, and he worshipped Shiva here, the same Shiva. On the order of Shiva, he went and worshipped Kumaras, and they gave the darshan and they gave the guidance, and he started this entire Kumara Sampradaya. So he is really sitting here and blessing and protecting the Dham. Beautiful pastime we have seen the Mehachara, where the clouds were there, how Mahaprabhu has dissipated them. Then we are in Jagannath Puri Dham, how the Lord came. We saw in the 4 phases. The first phase, 7th century, there was a Raktabahu, how from Puri the devotees walking brought the Lordship. Then he disappeared. Again, there is a person called Jagadish Ganguly in 16th century, 500 years ago. He started carving, with the help of the leprosy carpenter, he carved, and the worship was like again stopped. And there is a Pratik Chatterjee, who is the owner of this place, found Jaimini Ghosh is the person who was going, and he heard this voice saying that we are inside the hill. Then he told this Pratik Chatterjee, who was the owner. Then the Pratik Chatterjee gave hand over the property to ISKCON in 1978 because he was getting old. Since then, they've been worshipped very royally, and we covered some of the pastimes. And I also talked about the Shiva and West fulfilling tree on the same campus. They are very powerful. Kshetrapalak, Shiva is there. We can take prey to them, and they were protecting this place. Now we are moving on to the next another amazing pastime. Place is this is Kolavacha Sridhar. This is one of the associate of Mahaprabhu is Kolavacha Sridhar. Who is he? He's one of the Gopal, one of the friends in Vrindavan. Just give me a second. Kusum Sava Gopal Balak, his name. So he was a cowherd boy in Krishna Leela. So he appeared as Kolavacha Sridhar. Kola means the kela or banana. Anything related to the banana he would sell. Banana stem, banana leaves, banana cups. So those days, like, you don't make much profit by selling bananas because every house will have bananas. Everybody is doing their own agriculture. It's very, very, very rare scenario somebody would need banana leaves or banana cups. Otherwise, it's a household item. Everybody has their own tree. Everybody has the banana. Everybody grows it. But still, he would do this business, and he wouldn't make much profit. And this is amazing lesson one should learn. Whatever he would earn, that few amount, whatever he earn, 50% he will put it in ganges for worship. Either he'll buy flowers, incense, or milk, something to do abhishek for Ganges, and you do the Ganges puja, and 50% only he'll keep it for his personal work. So whatever we earn, right? Whatever we earn, some portion you need to keep it for lordships. The Shastra, as per the Shastra, recommended is 50%. When Rupa Goswami also did the same thing, when he earned so much money, boat full of coins, gold coins, he kept 50% for serving the Lord, constructing the temple and good activities. 25% he gave it to his family members. 25% he kept it for his emergency fund. In case of something emergency, I need to use it. This is how the devotees would organize their money. 25% they keep it for the personal use, 25% to the family and relatives, another 50% to the lordships. This is the formula or theme how one should spend their money, right? But yeah, immediately one may not able to come to the platform. At least start with few percentage. You decide monthly I will give this much to the temple, because it's everything belongs to Lord. Isavashyam sarvamitam. Everything belongs to Lord. We are actually the thief because we are stealing everything. We are holding Krishna's property more than what we required. Krishna says to maintain your body, whatever required you take. To give an example, when you put a big rice bag in outside the door, let's say a dog or crow comes, they will come and eat how much are they possible. They run away. They don't carry or stock it to other place. They just come and eat and go. If it is there, they'd say. If it's not there, it's not there. But let's say human is there. What he will do? He'll bring immediately big gunny bag. He will fill everything. He'll take it and keep it, saying next day I can use it. Right. So similarly, whatever we get, it's all Krishna's, and we are like a thief, like a human being who try to stock all these things, rather than we should just depend on this lordship. So this devotee every day used to sell these banana stems, and Mahaprabhu would come every day. Hey Kolavicha, how much is the price today? He would say, it's very cheap price I'm selling. I'm not making any profit. This is 1 paise only. He said, oh my God, 1 paise. Oh, this is so expensive. I will not take it. I'm going to different vendor. He said, already I'm making a loss. Already I'm not making any profit. I'm still giving. It is actually 2 paise in the market. I'm telling honest. Why are you coming and harassing me like this? And Mahaprabhu said, no. I'm getting cheaper price there, or I will give only 50 paisa. If you want to take it, you take it. Then you will say 50 paisa also I don't have. I'm a Brahmana. Why don't you give it for free? And he would say, take it and go. No, don't disturb me like that. Every day, Mahaprabhu, every day, this daily routine is that every day go even harass this Kolavichar Sridhar. And Kolavichar, seeing the Brahmana boy coming, Mahaprabhu, you would be melted. Internally, externally, you will be fighting with them. Oh, why this person is coming and harassing me every day? I can't get rid of him. But internally, he was feeling so blissful. Oh, will he come today? He will come and harass me. So that's the mood. And, this was happening. And one day, Mahaprabhu told, oh, Sridhar, I know you are the wealthy person in the world. Now you are hiding so much wealth and you are not revealing. One day I will reveal to the entire world. Well, just see, look at my dress. I don't have a dress. It's all very torn. I have holes everywhere and the roof is always leaking. I don't have a place to stay. How can you say that? He said, no, I will reveal one day. So like that, when Lord means that he has a devotion is the real wealth. He has immense wealth of devotion. Every night he would start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The neighbors would think, oh, this guy is screaming, he's not eaten anything. That's why he is screaming out of hunger. That's what they thought. But he would chant the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So much Lord was melted. He had only one possession with him, one broken mug vessel where he would drink the water. When he want to go past the stool, he will use the same thing for a multi-purpose. He would use the same thing which is broken and like that. And he would keep some water emergency to drink it. One time, Lord, his pastime is that he would come and stay here after Chandkasi visiting, or if he goes for Kirtan. This is called Vishram Sthal. Vishram Sthal means a place for rest. Lordship would come and rest. Then one day he came and he saw the water. He grabbed the water and started drinking. And Kolavichar Sridhar started shouting, no, this is a contaminated vessel. How can you drink water? But the Lordship said, your devotion is melting me. So this is the most nectarian I'm drinking. And he took the water from his pot like that. And Mahaprabhu used to get the pumpkins, banana, everything, banana flowers. He'll go to Sachimata. Every day Mahaprabhu has to eat the leaf what is sold by Kolavichar Sridhar, and he would only eat with that plate whatever he supplies. So Lordship daily used to have these pastimes here. That's a wonderful pastime. This is located closer to the temple. From this temple, you can walk. Beautiful, you have to go through the fields. There is no road or pathway. And this is the temple, small memorial site. It was constructed. But here, a lot of katha happens. People discuss it. And this is very much inside the agricultural land. One has to go through this agricultural land to see this beautiful, wonderful pastime. So let us take a overview of, if I missed some places, then we can end this thing. So we went to Chandkasi Samadhi. We went to Jagannath Puri in detail. We talked about it. I talked about Kolavichar Sridhar now. Then Shashti Tirtha. Okay, I didn't cover the Shashti Tirtha. What is Shashti Tirtha? Vishwakarma was meditating and he saw Gauranga Mahaprabhu is going to do Sankirtan Yajna throughout Navadip. Where you will go and get the water? Ganges is flowing somewhere else. So he will be spreading this holy name everywhere. So when he wants water, generally the only way option is the creating ponds. So Vishwakarma created 64. Shashti means 64 width of kund. So he started creating the kund, and this is called Shashti Tirtha. I don't know where it is, but the book Mahatmya, it has been mentioned that this was constructed by Vishwakarma. I don't know, probably devotees would have identified it, but I have not seen this place. And the other one is Saradanga. This is where the Sabaras from Puri, they came after installing the deities. They stayed here for some time. This is the village. This village is still there, but all duplicated condition. There's nobody stays here. And there is another wonderful pastime, Maya Mari. This is the Talavan forest. One time, Balram, he was roaming around all the places, Tirtha Yatra, and he came to this place. And the devotees, all of them went and complained to Baladev, saying, Baladev, here there is one Rakshashan is called Mayasura. He's been disturbing, he's a big problem, nuisance. Can you please help? Then Balram goes and kills this demon called Mayasura. That's why this place become Maya Mari, because the Maya was killed here, Mari killed by Balram. So this place named after Maya Mari, and this is none other than Talavan forest, where in Krishna Lila, Baladev kills Dhenukasura. So this is the same pastime, same place in our SimantaDvip. Then Simulia, we saw how Simantini the name came. We saw that how Simantini was praying to Lordship and she took part her hair. That's why it is called Simantini or Simulia. Then we saw Meher Chada, how he was scattering the clouds. Then we went to Belpukur, Bello Pakash, and I think we covered most of them. This ends the session for SimantaDvip. If you have any comments or feedback, you may do so. Next week, what we'll be doing, we will go to Gotramadip. Gotramadip is a huge island. There are a lot of pastimes to cover, including Madhyadip. We will be able to do only one. Gotramadip is big. Once Gotramadip is done, probably we can club two deeps going forward. But definitely I need 2 hours completely to cover Gotramadip. A lot of things to cover in Gotramadip. Then we will cover Madhyadip and Ritudip. Koladip is little bigger. Koladip and Janadip we will do together. Then Rudradip and Modramadip we will do it together. So probably we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 more sessions required to cover all this island. If you have patience enough, I'm happy to cover all of them for another 4 weeks. We should be able to at least cover this 9 island. After that, still the team is interested, we will more places around that Navadip Dham. This is only the small portion of Navadip. There is a wider Gauramandal Bhumi. A lot of other pastimes happened. If time permits, I can do that as well.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Puja Mataji.
Prabhuji, why these islands are given Shravanam, Vandanam, Kirtanam, hearing like that, Prabhuji?
Sorry, can you come again?
Why is it given the names, Prabhuji? Vandanam, all 9 are given, no? Vandanam, Shravanam, 9 islands, 9 names represent 9 islands.
Yeah, in Kali Yuga, we can only devotion service. How do you do the devotion service? This is the 9 way of doing devotion service. You can adopt any one of them. And by doing this devotional service, this is how the Goloka Vrindavan is designed. If you you are living in Chennai, Bangalore, you are asking why Bangalore is like that. That's how it was designed. Or this is how the Goloka Vrindavan exists. This is the original piece. This is the masterpiece. It is the replica. Whatever you see in Goloka Vrindavan is not created. Why it was given as name. This is how originally it's existing, and it will exist, and it will ever exist. It will not change. Number 1. Number 2. In order to perform devotional service, you can take any one process and you can perfect. Shravana means we know Parshet Maharaj, he was hearing 7 days attentively, he went back to Godhead. Sugadeva Goswami was doing Kirtan, he was speaking perfectly, and he went back to Godhead. Somebody Kirtana, Smarana, we said Pada Sevanam, Lakshmi Devi is always massaging lotus feet of Krishna. Archanam, somebody is worshipping. Vandams, somebody is glorifying the Lord. Somebody is doing a seva. Hanuman, for example, is doing all the seva. They perfected life. Arjuna became Saka. So you can adopt any one of the process or combination of them, and that is the way you are to perform your devotional service. So this the islands represent how one should perform devotional service. And this is how it is existing in Goloka Vrindavan. Why Krishna created in Goloka Vrindavan like that? I don't know. I need to ask Krishna. Once I go back, I'll ask him. I don't know.
Jai Haribol.
This is the original masterpiece what he created. Now, since you're asked, let me tell you this beautiful story with that, since we have time. This is who created this. Okay, I'll tell you who created this, how this was created. This place was not there. One time Krishna was having a conjugal pastime with Vrinda Devi, Vraja Devi, not Vraja Devi, Vraja river. You know, when you want to go from this material world to spiritual world, there is one river is there. You have to cross that river. That's called Vraja river. She is a personification, Ganga, we say Kaveri, like that. One day she wanted to have a pastimes with the Lord Krishna. She was having a separate pastime. So Radharani came to know, and she was really got angry, and she was chasing Krishna. Where are you? And she frightened. Krishna has escaped, and this Braja river, she became a river. Braja Gopi, she became a river, and Radharani came to know that, oh, Krishna is like going with other women. How do I capture him? I don't want to leave Krishna. So she did. I am going to create a place. This is a beautiful garden, groves, and beautiful gardens with beautiful ponds and animals. This place she created out of her love for Krishna, and she offered to Krishna. Krishna is saying, Krishna, you never please leave me. This is the place I want you to stay. So this is created by none other than Srimati Radharani. So the master plan was done by Srimati Radharani. Why she created this Nava Islands? You need to ask her. You need to pray to her to reveal. The Dham cannot be understood by just reading a book. This needs to be revealed by the Acharyas. So you can pray to Radharani. Radharani, you have created this place for Krishna to say. Why did you create like this? She might be able to reveal to you. So this is another reason. This is the love personification of Radha and Srimati Radharani. This Navadvip is nothing but love of Srimati Radharani for Krishna. Intense love, she created this beautiful place for Krishna so that they can have the pastimes here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. And one more is, Prabhuji, is we pray to go to Mayapur and Navadvip Dham, but we rarely find that opportunity. But some unknowingly they go to that place, they don't know any value only, Prabhuji. I was wondering, we are asking for it, but we are not giving opportunity. But someone there without knowing the place importance and Dham value. So how to understand it, Prabhuji, and how to pay for it?
See, it is not just buying a ticket and going there. Even you might buy a ticket and people might go there. This is why the Shiva is there. The Prudamaya, and so as I told you, Vrinda Shiva and Prudamaya is there. Their job is that they will go as a tourist, the trip, they will see the Dham, they'll see normal shop. Like if you go to any other place, they'll see a shop, people are there is a nice restaurant to eat, there is a good hotel to stay, they swim in the water, they come back. They don't know the value of this Dham. Krishna will cover. So that's a thankless job Krishna has given to Lord Shiva. Those who sincere, really hanker, then the Dham will be revealed. It is not through material eyes, it is through the ears. You have to see through ears. Somebody might say, Prabhu, how can you see through ears? You can only hear through ears. You might be wrongly speaking English. I am repeating again, you can see this Dham through ears, not through eyes. Even you physically go there, you will not be able to see the Dham with your eyes. What you will see with the eyes? Anyhow, I have shown the pictures, all of them. You will see the same pictures, no? What you will understand? Will that bhava of emotion will come? Will that love for Krishna will come by seeing the pictures? Anyhow, I am showing the pictures. It's the same thing you will see in reality. So what is the big difference? But when you hear this pastime, when you hear this narration of the Lordship, the faith increases. When faith increases, you start chanting. When you start chanting, it cleanses your heart. Then Lord reveals to you. It's Vrindavan is not a place to visit. It is a state of consciousness. When I say state of conscious, it is the thinking of the person. Vrindavan is wherever the devotees are discussing about Lord. Lord says, I am not there in the Vrindavan. I am not there in the heart of the yogis. I am there where my kathas are discussed by Krishna Katha is spoken by the devotees. We are speaking here. Hanuman is sitting next to you. Did you see Hanuman today? No, we were talking about Lord Ram. He's there. Wherever there is a Lord Ram name is spoken, Hanuman is there. But are you able to see through your eyes? Similarly, what happens? Hanuman is sitting and listening to this class. Believe me or not, Hanuman is sitting here and listening to this pastimes, what we speak. We can't see through the material eyes. Does not mean that he's not there. So when you go to the Dham, similarly, you just go take a ticket and Krishna will cover. Shiva will cover. He will not make you to understand this place. He will not make you appreciate. But a devotee, sincere devotee is praying, even though he is not able to go like this Ganguli. And Lordship said, I will come. Why are you going to Puri? Ilaga food will come. You make the deity and you worship me here. The Lord came. No problem. You're not able to come. I will come. So it is state of consciousness. You always meditate on this place. It's as good as you are in Vrindavan, as good as you are in Mayapur. It is not that you need to be physically present. Even though you're physically present, it's well and good. It's extra sukriti. When you are physically body also, not seeing through the eyes, seeing through ears, if you do, a lot of hearing you do, then you understand these pastimes, then that is seeing the darshan. That is the proper darshan. Otherwise, it's not the darshan. Okay.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Don't worry, you are meditating on this Lord. Even you think about this Mayapur Vrindavan, it is purifying thousands of lives. Accumulated sin will vanish. I'm not telling. This is Bhakti Vinod Thakur. This is Mahatmya in this book written. Even one person thinks about Navadip, he will be get relieved from the sins. I'm not telling. It is written in this book by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So there is no difference. Even you can sit and hear and meditate. You are not able to go. But intense, if you have money, still you can go, then you should go. People cannot go, still meditate and hear through ears, see through the ears. That is the perfection. The perfection is not going and just, yeah, I also saw the place and come back. Yeah, so what? People also have in mobile, they can show the pictures. I went to this place. This is another place ticked in your itinerary. That's all. But there is no, absolutely, you will not get any value or you do not get any mercy unless you approach through acharyas, pray to them in the mood and go and visit this place. Your opportunity is given. If not, meditate, hear so many lectures, see these places, mentally meditate, you are in Vrindavan already. It's a state of consciousness, not physically being there in particular place.
Prabhuji, when we read Bhagavatam or Prabhupada books, Prabhuji, we cannot compare those books to any other books, no, Prabhuji. It is only one of its kind, no, Prabhuji.
When you say compare means what kind of comparison?
Like if you are reading some other books, spiritual books, some other authors, or something about spirituality, not ISKCON related lectures, somewhere we come across, and no, we don't find anything like this. Like some don't give a chance to ask questions, but here in our temple they openly ask like that.
See, any books written by the acharyas, the four sampradaya, which I'm again repeating, Kumara Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, these are all bona fide. Any acharya, any book is written, the Alvars written Pasuram, Madhvacharya written lot of Pasurams, glorifications, Purandaradasa written beautiful poems in Karnataka, right? They're all devotional, they are devotees of the Lord. So they're all on the equal level. It can create a bhakti, it can induce your bhakti through that. So, one sense, there is no difference between all these things. But out of topmost of the all the literature is Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Vyasadeva wrote all these things for all of us. Finally, he said, I'm not satisfied, even though I've written so many things. Finally, I'm going to write one book which will satisfy everyone, is Srimad Bhagavatam. At the mature age of things, after writing everything, classified everything, all the books, then he said, I am going to write final edition of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is the summon bone of our essence, our life. That's why Mahaprabhu taught this Bhagavatam how to live a life like a Bhagavata. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, but nobody followed it. After 5,000 years, so he went away and everybody started doing their own stuff. They started misinterpreting Krishna. In fact, they started doing rasa dance, doing something else, nonsense activity. They did not follow Krishna what he spoke. And Lord said, okay, let me come. I've spoken. Now let me also come and show how to live Bhagavata way. And he lived like a Bhagavata way.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Of course, there is no comparison to Srimad Bhagavatam. But there are other acharyas book which are very much qualified, bona fide. You can still read them. You can't disregard or you can't give a saying, okay, these are less important books. No, all the books are important, especially Bhagavatam, especially Srila Prabhupada written, because he has given it for a people, common people to understand without misinterpreting the uh, interpreting the essence. But there are other acharyas, Sridhar Acharya, Baladevatya Bhushan, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, they are also written commentaries. Of course, you can most welcome to read all those books.
They
There
were
is
all there, Prabhuji, but only Prabhupada book was reachable. They all existed. But we
it is
never
there.
came
Some
across, but
people,
only Prabhupada books we came
yeah, right,
across.
no problem. It's good that you come across read Srila Prabhupada books because that itself will take time. But there is no harm. Somebody is having those books, they want to read it. It's you are most welcome. There is nothing can stop reading those books. They're all bona fide, but you need to ensure that these authors who are written, whom I am talking, is a bona fide. Come in that parampara. You can't just read any other spiritual book. That is a suicide, committing a suicide. You want to commit yourself, spiritual suicide. go and read those unauthorized books. When I say authorized, it should have come in the GR or somebody would have written it, or especially Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya written any commentary. Those things you can read it, no problem. But anything somebody says, some organization you start, I'm the spiritual person, I'm giving something on my own, that is committing a spiritual suicide. You will lose all your spiritual credit and you will divert yourself. Better to stick with Srila Prabhupada books. Okay.
பிரபுஜி ஒரு கோபுரம் ஒண்ணு
சொல்லுங்க.
சாஞ்சிருக்கேன். கோபுரம் ஒண்ணு சாஞ்சிருக்கே, அது என்ன சார்? ஒரு கோவில் ஒண்ணு
என்னதுங்க?
சாஞ்சிருக்கே, ஒரு கோவில் ஒண்ணு சாஞ்சா மாதிரி இருக்கு, அது என்னது? இந்த பிக்சர்ல ஒரு கோவில் ஒண்ணு சாஞ்சிருக்குது.
இந்த ரக்த பாகுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ராட்சசன் இருந்தான். அவன் கோயில் எல்லாம் இடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கான். இப்ப தமிழ்நாடு நடக்குதே அது மாதிரி அந்த கேட்டகரின்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. பூரிக்கு போனா, பூரி ஜெகநாதரை கோயில் இடிக்க போனான்.
ஐயோ.
அப்போ பூரி ஜெகநாத் சொன்னாரு, நான் வந்து இங்க இருக்க விருப்பப்படல, நான் மாயப்பூர் போறேன், என்னை கூட்டு போங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. அந்த டிவோட்டிலாம் ஜெகநாத் மாயப்பூர்ல கூப்பிட்டுட்டு மாயப்பூருக்கு வந்துட்டாங்க. அப்புறம் லார்டு வந்து பூரியில இருந்து இங்க மாயப்பூருக்கு வந்துட்டார். அந்த கதையை சொல்றது போட்டிருக்கேன்.
தேங்க்யூ சார். நேற்று கிளாஸ் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண முடியல பிரபுஜி. நேற்று எனக்கு ஜூம் போட தெரியாது, ஜூம் போட தெரியாது, என் பேச்சு இல்ல, அதான் நேற்று என்னால மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன் நேற்று.
நோ ப்ராப்ளம்.
அப்புறம் இன்னைக்கு போட்டு கொடுத்துட்டா.